So Nicolas Cage has definitely had his fair share of pretty exciting films that have came out the past couple years, and he's definitely succeeded in becoming an actual like full-fledged, household actor name. Like he is an actor. What was it? Some people, Cillian Murphy, and some people said it takes 30 years to become an actor, actually, to hone your craft. And I believe that Nicolas Cage is an actor. I mean, these past 2 years, he's played, he's prosthetically looked old. He's played these fantastic characters in Pig and recently The Retirement Plan. He's played psychotic, crazy characters that are totally Cage-esque that we love. He played Renfield, and he was with Joel Kinnaman in Sympathy for the Devil. He's even played some Westerns. He's done The Old Way, and he's got the new one coming, Butcher's Crossing. I mean, for fuck's sake, the man literally does have he does hold an unbearable weight of massive talent. Like, it's insane. But he will always be a favorite actor of mine. So when I had heard that this new film, Dream Scenario, was coming out, I was excited. I was like, fuck it, gonna watch it. Apparently, it was produced by Ari Aster, and I'm not really a fan of Ari Aster really much. I don't really care for his movies. I haven't seen Beau is Afraid yet. I do want to, but I just haven't. So it's like one of my least favorite director producers with one of my favorite actors. I'm like, all right, and it's an A24 film, so it's gonna be a hit or a miss, but it could be fucking weird. So I was just excited and I was gonna watch it. And apparently, it was directed by this guy Christopher Borgli, who is Norwegian, and it's like one of his first feature films in theaters, so congratulations to him. Anyway, Dream Scenario was pretty awesome, though. It was very cool. It was definitely an A24 film, right? Because like classic A24 films, things happen. You don't know why they're happening, but they're fucking happening. And there's not always an explanation. There's not always closure, right? So in Dream Scenario, the Nicolas Cage plays this character Paul, who is this regular man. He's this regular middle-aged man who's a professor at this university and everything. And all of a sudden, these people start having dreams of him, right? And it suddenly becomes literally a cultural phenomenon. I mean, he becomes a household meme and a household name and a household image because everybody starts having dreams of this guy. And they're just random dreams. Like, he's just there. He's just walking by. He's just, seeing them or saying, like, one word to them. It's super weird. And it's a very, like, why are these people having dreams of this man? Like, what is he doing? Is he using some black magic? Did he find some crazy fucking book, Necronomicon style? Is someone have something out against him? Is someone else doing magic against him? Like, you're very, very much curious as to what is going on. And there's a lot of moments and scenes that allude to something going on when in reality it's either a dream or it's just fucking funny. Like, they say it's a comedy, which it is funny, but it's one of those, like I said, it's an Ari Aster produced film, and it's a A24 film. I mean, not that many of their films are, like, funny. They're definitely, like, they have funny moments, but they're not, like, I don't know. A24 is a very fucking fantastic studio, okay? I may be talking some shit, but I love 80% of the shit that they do. So I know that there's a method to the madness. It's just sometimes that method is madness. But so halfway, right, through the film, all of a sudden, these dreams that people are having of Paul, they start becoming more erratic. They start becoming more dangerous and vile, and even in some cases sexual. And he ends up murdering people, raping people. It's fucking horrible, right? Like, it's crazy because he's not, from our perspective, he's not doing anything. And he does kind of roll along with it, where he's like, oh yeah, people are saying I'm the most interesting man in the world. And he's on these interviews and stuff. So he's loving it, but you're like, what? You don't know why this is happening. Like, this can't be good. He's either benefiting from it or someone's fucking with him and he's gonna fall. He's gonna fall. So now, the dreams start getting bad. People start having all these nightmares now. Instead of just dreams, they're nightmares of this man. So he immediately, almost he practically loses his job. He ends up, all of his students become afraid of him and they have to go to through this therapy in the at school because they don't want to be in the classroom with them, and they have to bring in people that haven't had dreams of him, that are psychologists and counselors, to tell them this man is not the man in your dreams. This is the man here. It totally goes, it flips, it totally 180s on what exactly, Paul is going through. And he ends up again, in the beginning of the film, he's going along with it, praising it, thanking everybody for like, thinking that he's so special for whatever reason. And then he ends up getting this interview to be a sponsor, right? They want to have like a Sprite sponsor him, where he just thinks about Sprite and holds on to a bottle of Sprite enough to where he'll end up being in their dreams with Sprite, and they can promote Sprite, and Sprite's gonna like give him a cut of whatever. Like, it's ridiculous, right? So now that it's flipped, he ends up making this video like crying and saying like, this isn't me, and like, I would never do these things. Why are people doing this to me? And then he totally like puts everybody off. Like, he literally, like, everyone sees him for this pathetic old man that he is, and they like kind of like drop him out of their consciousness, like subconsciously, because it's like, oh my god, this guy's like whining, like, he did. I guess he didn't do anything, like, and it's just so crazy. It's so sad that he ends up losing everything, and it's not his fault, And then at the end of the film, you find out that like this company developed like dream travel because of how Paul was able to implement himself into people's dreams. They end up creating this thing called the Norio, which is like this dream travel bracelet that allows sponsors and influencers they call them dream influencers, to influence people through their dreams. Like, it's fucking weird. It's like, it's the most fucking 2024 to 2025 shit I've ever seen. And we had the creator, which maybe is a few years along the lines, but still, like, that was ridiculous. And they have people in like his dream, like trying to like sell him shit, and like it's like, and it turns out to be like a nightmare of him, and then he's also wearing the bracelet at the end. So you're like, wait, there's a lot of questions. Like, was he wearing this bracelet this whole time and like dreaming about how he messed up things in his marriage, and it actually wasn't like the dreams, it was something else, but he was dreaming it? Like, it's a whole, because he ends up moving out of, like, him and his wife end up separating because all of like the controversy now about the nightmares that he's giving people for somehow. So they separate. His kids like kind of fall out with him. All this shit ensues, and it's just so sad. Like, it's just like all because of nothing. All because of X. All because of fucking A24, man. I love that they had no post-credit scene. There was nothing alluding to like how the fuck any of it happened, right? And all the dream scenarios in the scenes were great. Throughout the film were great. But yeah, I do love movies when it just ends and you're like, what the fuck? But I did enjoy it. So it's like, I do love that, but it's like, oh my god, like, if I didn't enjoy it, I definitely would be like, this movie sucked. But I did. It's just I kind of wish for a sequel. Like, I wouldn't mind. Like, don't fucking make Beau is Afraid 2, Ari. Like, if you want to make a sequel, like, sequel dream scenario and make it a TV show, since Nicolas Cage said he's kind of through with movies. He wants to do TV. I don't know. But it was fantastic. I did enjoy the movie. It was very engaging and very intriguing. It definitely had its funny moments. I don't want to spoil them, but they get pretty sexy later. So you'll have to just watch it to see Nicolas Cage get all sexy like he is. And then I know, like I said, Nicolas Cage is thinking of moving away from movies into TV, possibly, right? And he said he has like 3 or 4 movies left in him. So hopefully, this might be a sequel. Fuck, I don't know. Or make it a TV show of all weird dream stuff. But apparently he's making a sequel to Lord of War, so that should be fun. And he's got this new movie that just finished up called The Surfer. So, I mean, hey man, the Cage train ain't stopping anytime soon. It seems like he's full steam ahead into his future and with his kids. Oh, and I guess also his son fucking released some music. Pretty random. The song's called The Wolf. He fucking just came out of the shadows. Wes Cage. Fucking shit. I'm sorry. This has been Ghost in the Craig. Thanks so much for tuning in, share, and subscribe. Definitely check out fucking Dream Scenario. It's a fun film. You'll enjoy it. You'll definitely enjoy it. I'm gonna go take a siesta myself. Peace.